Good evening. Welcome to the Gamers Podcast. This is our first episode of what we hope to be many. I am your host, Pedro, and with us are our two other members, which will introduce themselves after this brief introduction. The Gamers Podcast was created to give us a place where, we hope to be able to share our thoughts, popular or unpopular, it doesn't matter, as long as it's gaming related, because we just love games. Our lives to this point, they have been shaped and influenced by video games. And we want to be able to share that experience with you guys. So, let's begin by having our two other members introduce themselves. Annie, would you like to take the floor?
Hey, what's up, guys and gals? It's Manny. I am 31 years old. I'm a female gamer. What got me into gaming was when my parents got me the SNES. I don't quite remember how old I was when I got it, but I mean, when I got it, I remember playing, Killer Instinct, the little music. I still remember how it was. I remember staying up as much as I could at night to game on it. I've got pictures of me and my dad gaming on it. Besides that game, I know I had some other games, but I just don't remember what they were. But after that, I got the Nintendo 64. I've got the PlayStation 2. Hell, I even remember when I got my first handheld gaming device, which was the Game Boy Color. I had saved all my allowance to get it. I still remember when I went to Walmart and I got it, and I was so excited when I got it. I got home, I opened it up. I got some other games with it. I got like the Pokemon Gold Edition, Pokemon Silver Edition, and I don't know if y'all remember, if any of y'all were born in the 90s as well, gaming like in the backseat of your car when your parents are driving at night, and whenever you go past the street light, you hurry up and gaming as much as you can, and then it goes dark, and then you're waiting for the other street light to pass by to game some more. It wasn't until the Game Boy Advance came out that I think I started like realizing, hey, you've got accessories for the Game Boy gaming devices. That's when I got one of the little lights, and I still have it somewhere. I still got the consoles. I still got the Game Boy Color. I still got the Game Boy Advance. And when I got my first Xbox 360, was such a great just day for me. I still remember it was Christmas, it was snowing, we were in Colorado, and I didn't know that my parents got it. I had told them I had wanted it for so long, and they got it for me, and it came with the Kinect, it came with the Call of Duty Black Ops, and I just remember staying up really, really late that night gaming on there, and that was my first Xbox intro. I appreciate PC gamers, I appreciate PlayStation, but I'm an Xbox gamer through and through. Then once I finally got the Xbox Series X, I was blown away with the graphics. I heard from my fellow friends when they got theirs, and I'm over here like, okay, at some point I'll get mine, and then finally I got a chance to get it. Thank you, Microsoft, by the way. But when I finally got it, I got Forza, and oh my god, Forza Horizon 5 on the Series X. Just the graphics. Again, the graphics. I can't get over it. But I don't want to take too much in introducing myself, but this is me. I'm a Texan, I'm a mom, I'm a gamer, female gamer, I should say. I'm going to pass the mic to my friend James over here.
Hello. My name is James. I go by AZ and the Slick Slayer all over the internet. Same with my gamer tags. And that aged me a little bit. I'm 34 years old, and I believe the first console I bought was the Game Boy Pocket. And so, yeah, the accessories we had was like this square magnifying glass that you can attach to the console, and it had lights on it. That I remember getting that attachment. But the first game console that I owned, it was given to me. It was an NES. and I played Mario on it, and I think it passed away, unfortunately. But I remember just trying to, all these different games, and I didn't understand the worlds. I didn't understand what was going on. I just knew that, if I tried something different, I would survive a little bit longer. So that was like my first kind of intro to video games. And I remember for the longest time, I would have to go to friends' house to play games and stuff, until the N64 era and the PlayStation era. And I obviously, when I had the Game Boy Pocket, that was my first one, and that was when I started grinding games. I think Pokemon, I got Pokemon Red, and I grinded that like crazy. But yeah, I really enjoy video games. It's sort of this area that is a level playing field for just about everyone that can get in there. And with Microsoft's accessibility tools, even more people can join in video games. And I like that it gives everyone a chance and to prove themselves or to go on adventures. I mean, where are you ever going to go, drive a really exotic car, and race it, nowhere. Video games gives you that opportunity. And I dream, I remember my dreams. And so, video games is almost like, I'm dreaming and I can interact with that dream. So that's why I really like video games. And I also like talking about games and the gaming industry. I stream, but I really enjoy everything around that. I never understood streaming until I started doing it and then watching channels. And I realized it was just this place people could go to and just enjoy the same jokes, the same games, the same topics. So I really enjoy that. I enjoy watching stuff on YouTube as well about video games, the news, the different things that industry's doing. And so yeah, that's me, James.
All right. Well, thank you, Manny. Thank you, James. And I will finish last. So my name is Pedro, and I go by Pedro Corleone 54 on Xbox, PlayStation, and I stream just like James over here. And my gaming experience goes all the way back to I remember playing the SNES with my cousins. My family never could really afford any of the consoles. However, though, my brother, I remember he had bought the first Game Boy that came out, which would be, I think we call it the Duke Game Boy. It was just this huge block. And my fondest memories of those was, being in elementary, and everybody else had the Game Boy Colors or the Game Boy Mini, and I was the only one that had that huge freaking block. And I could never hide it well, like I could barely fit it in my pocket. And we would try to link up to have our Pokemon battles, because I played a ton of Pokemon Yellow. My Game Boy was too outdated. Like, we had the connection, but it just wouldn't connect. I would have to borrow somebody else's Game Boy Color so I would be able to battle. And yeah, but from there, one of my deep dives into gaming was on PC. My brother and I, we kind of went into that for a long time. And it's because of this video game called Age of Empires that actually influenced my career choice, which was to become a teacher. And honestly, I can say after that moment, I never looked back in regards to the career I chose. And games has consistently been, or video games have consistently been a part of me, and I love the opportunities, the experiences you can get out of playing video games, the lore that comes with some of these video games, for example, Halo, Destiny, and I just love all of that. And when people try to criticize video games, they try to make it look bad. It's like video games, they have amazing music, they have amazing stories, amazing characters. And I wish, that the people that frown upon video games, they could see that, because video games have so much to give. And I think, just to kind of conclude, I like the fact that we are doing this and that we have come together to try and put this out, and it's our love for video games that we are doing this, and so I'm really looking forward to see what we are able to make out of this. And now that we are done with that, James, I believe there are certain topics you wanted to talk about. Would you kindly tell us what has been on your mind lately?
Yeah. Some of the things that I'm going to bring to this podcast is just kind of streamer education. I've been doing it as a hobby for 4 years, and I'm still growing, still, a small streamer, I guess, if you will call it that. But I've seen this industry go from kind of a weird hobby to something that kids in kindergarten say they want to be. Like this is their dream job, to stream. So I've seen that growth in the industry, and that's the kind of the things I want to share with you guys. And so for starters, I've been doing both Twitch and YouTube, and I like to pride myself on the fact that I think I've streamed on almost every platform. I've done Mixer, RIP. Love that platform.
And I miss Mixer.
Yeah, it was such an awesome place.
So
what's up?
So user friendly.
Yeah, very. I like the aesthetics. I like the instant chat that it had. I've done D Live.
I think
I've
it was
done
also.
Trovo.
No, I was just gonna say about Mixer.
Uh-huh.
It looked like it was also a lot more beneficial for streamers who made partner, and the different ways that they could make money.
Monetize, yeah.
Right, because I remember that you would collect sparks, and you could donate those, and that would boost the percentages that the streamers would get. I remember they would have these crystals somewhere on their stream. And I remember when I first started watching streamers on Twitch, the channel points, I thought it was something similar, but it's nothing like that. And I really do miss that about Mixer, and you really felt like you were really playing a bigger role in Mixer just by collecting sparks, and you were just looking forward to donating all these sparks you had. So anyways, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, Mixer is awesome, and I probably would say start on Mixer because it was very easy to get into. You can stream from your console, and all the benefits that you had talked about. But now that it's gone, we have kind of the big three now: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And I've done all three, and I've done YouTube and Twitch more exclusively. And you can't do it at the same time if you're an affiliate, so that's something to keep mindful of. And I would say, 2022, YouTube's going to have a very exciting year, and they're going to have a lot of news and buzz. But the user base of YouTube, they don't go to YouTube to watch live streams. They go there for the VOD content. And so unless you understand the YouTube algorithm, you have a catchy thumbnail, you know what kind of games to live stream, it's going to be hard to start off and grow over there. I know when I started streaming, I had no experience in creating any of that stuff, and now I'm just learning how to do it. Twitch is great because the user base, that's all they have is live streams. Unfortunately, they don't search for new live streams or new channels, so it's hard to get discovered there. And I was just talking about this today with a friend, and I was just like, you have to do a bit of both. You have to use the strength of each platform. Use the strength of Twitch's community. They're used to watching live streams. They understand the culture over there. And then use YouTube for their videos and their discoverability of the algorithm and everything. And so you're going to have to learn how to, one, make those videos, and two, learn to, eventually start utilizing the algorithms and how they're going to get your video to someone who wants to see it. But
James.
yes, go ahead.
So, really quick, because I was going to mention when you're talking about the algorithms for YouTube, they just recently got rid of what's it called, the downvote button, correct?
Yeah, they did.
And so, what, if I may, what role or what influence is that going to have in regards to content creation on YouTube now?
It's not really going to play a huge role. The user base seemed to use it to judge a video before it started. So you click on it and you see the downvotes and you go find a new video. Maybe it was a bad video, bad audio, or something like that. But as far as stats and the algorithm and how they're going to present your video, if you downvote a video, you probably won't see that kind of content or that video from that user. But as far as the creator, downvotes actually help as much as upvotes. They show that people are interested in this video either by they clicked on it or whatever. It shows that interactivity. People are interacting with it. They got rid of the number on the downvote because they didn't want sort of a pile on, like people kind of downvoting it to either try to hurt the creator or to try to kind of have this hive mind of like, we're gonna make this video negative or something like that. That's why they got rid of it.
They call it downvote brigade, I believe.
Yeah,
is the
something
term.
like that. Yeah. So really, them removing the count doesn't do anything as far as how you grow on there. It just users are just gonna have to go to the comment section or watch the video to find out if it's a good video or not. But yeah, that was just one thing that I wanted to kind of say for our first episode is I think you should start on Twitch. Facebook is another place, but Facebook, it's like going to another planet. It has everything all in one. You can post videos on there. You can go live streaming on there. They have the algorithm and the timeline. So Facebook is its own entity. They also are trying to grow all the revenue that streamers make over there. I think from subs or whatever they want to call it. That's going to go to the streamer. Facebook's not going to take a cut until I think 2023 or something like that. So they are trying to grow the platform over there. There's just there just doesn't seem to be like you can't reach outside of Facebook and bring users in. All the users are sort of on Facebook that you're gonna grab to. So I suggest starting on Twitch, or even if you can, I suggest restreaming to Twitch and YouTube and maybe even Trovo, but Trovo is just kind of a tiny platform. But that way you can restream to those two platforms, find out where you're gonna grow. And then, before you sign that affiliate contract, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to restream. So, and then make sure you learn how to edit. You post clips on YouTube. Maybe you learn something about a game, and you can teach that person or teach your audience about whatever you learned by making a video, a tutorial, or maybe you can make a story through your gameplay. Those things that are going to be entertaining and always available, because once you turn your stream off, you're not going to be growing. But it's almost as if you're brand new, you're still not going to be growing when you're live. You need that discoverability that other platforms provide. So yeah, for the first episode, I just wanted to throw that tip out there.
Yeah, no, because I was going to ask you, since you're giving out tips in regards to streaming, is there anything that people should be mindful about when it comes to tags? I know YouTube, you're able to, use tags on it. Does that really does that really have a huge impact in regards to the algorithm and the people watching your content, whatever tags you use?
Yeah, the tags are going to be helpful. I'm still learning what tags to use or how they are going to affect your stream. But you can get tools that you can sign up for, and it's like a plugin for your Chrome browser. And what these tools help you find are like this, maybe help you get into the search better. So your tags could have a higher, I think they call it like SOE, search optimization or something like that.
Yeah.
But basically, there are tools that you can either pay for or use for free that will help you with these keywords if you want to use them. They're a little bit confusing. I'm still kind of learning them, but there's that advantage. On Twitch, the tags, they don't help too much. If you're a streamer, you're probably going to use tags to find another streamer to host. But as far as a user base, it's very much, they're going to find their streamer. And once their streamer goes offline, they will go offline. And, if their streamer hosts someone, they may look at that other community, but really they're just going to stay within their little bubble unless the community's sort of universe, they kind of merge. So you have like Ludwig, for example. Ludwig will work with other creators, like actually create content with them by either going on their stream or what have you. And it sort of creates this little like, circle that are merging together. And so now the communities will say, well, I kind of, enjoyed the personality of this streamer, with Ludwig. So I'll go watch that streamer now too. And that's, how that can grow as well.
Okay. So since I think we could probably stick a little longer to the topic of streaming and streamers. And Manny, I wanted to ask you. So, James and I, we're streamers, I think we both kind of want different things out of when we stream. But I wanted to ask you, Manny, what is it that you look for in a streamer? I mean, James already gave us tips, but what is it that you look for what is it that attracts you towards finding a streamer, and you end up staying and you end up following and maybe eventually you end up subscribing with them?
Well, what I look for is for the person to be, just open with the public. That's not only, constantly into the game and paying attention to their surroundings in the game and what's going on in the game, but they're also paying attention to the people that are in, their streaming channel, that are asking them questions, and they're, answering the questions. They take time, like if they get killed in the game, they're responding back, like, introducing, like, hey, such and such, welcome to my channel, and whatever. They're very, how can I say it? They're lively with their audience, and they're inviting with their audience, and that they're actually gamers. Because, like, for the female gaming community, I'm not saying like all the female gamers are like this, but there's some that happen to stream and they are more towards a different type of audience, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Showing the cleavage and being very sexualized and all that. I mean, I know some people are into that, but again, like I said, they direct towards a different type of community. I'm looking for, people that are actually gamers, that are actually wanting to game and actually want to invite other people to be like, hey, I'm such and such, and come check out my channel, where I'm going to be, silly. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be, throwing jokes or whatever, You make the streaming interesting, that they're not just, sitting there looking all bored and stuff, like, oh crap, I just died. Like, there's nothing interesting about a person like that. I follow the both of y'all guys because y'all are into what y'all do. Like, you can tell, like, whenever I watch James streaming over there, he's really interactive with his community. He makes you want to stay. He makes you want to actually enjoy what he's showing you. and you can't really say anything bad from watching his streaming. Like, you could have a really crappy day at work, you could have a really stressful day, but when James is streaming, it's like he distracts you. He just throws you into another dimension, another just it. What can I say? I do enjoy you gaming and streaming, James. And you, Pedro,
Thank you.
with your whole commentary in Spanish and everything, you make me laugh. I enjoy watching you, going at it in Halo. I enjoy the both of you guys, and that's why I'm followed you guys. And I wish I could subscribe, but it costs money, sadly.
No, I'm pretty sure both James and I can attest to this. And while subscriptions are great, at least in my view, I don't know if James would be able to say this as well. I get a ton of enjoyment whenever I see people use my channel points.
Yeah.
And that's because, like for mine, I have this whole thing. I think the one that's worth the most is singing. Like I'll sing a song,
Yes.
and it's 2,000 channel points. And when I do the math, I'm like, holy crap, that's a bit of time, And for me, it's like, wow, this person stayed long enough to gather enough points, and next thing I know, boom, they request a song. And with James, man, those voice modifiers that he uses,
Oh my God, yes.
they're the funniest thing ever, especially the T-Pain one, because I mean, James, he's trying to play, and he's kind of trying to like rap in some way or something, and man, like I'm just gut rolling over here, And there have been instances where we're playing with, where he's playing against somebody, and this person is just, griefing him, and over, and you just hear James get like ticked off. But he gets ticked off, and you have this voice modifier on. It's like a chipmunk, and I can't take him serious, But I love that, and I love that whenever I watch James. So yeah, I just wanted to say that about you, James.
Yeah, you have a different approach to your channel points. Mine are just to torture me while I'm live. I love the interactivity that they provide, and I try to come up with more interactive things, like kind of let you guys be a part of the show, because sometimes when you're focused or raging because of a game or whatever, it's nice to have that interactivity where you can like interject and, I don't know, make the story your own.
Yeah, no, can confirm you do that really well, James. You really do.
Yes, you
And
do.
so oh yeah, what were you gonna say, Manny?
No, I was just agreeing. Like, I am guilty of going onto your stream, James, and using my points for you to sound like a baby chipmunk. I love it. It always cracks me up. And I also want to say I love gaming with the both of y'all, and I want to like bring back a memory of when we were doing trials, Pedro, with James. Like, whenever
Lord.
we're over here getting really pissed off, like, oh my God, I just want to win. I want to go to the freaking White House. And James over here like, let's go, guys. Let's do it. It's okay. We've already been killed like 50,000 times. Let's go. We got this. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
But-
No. The memory, what I have the memory with that is, I'm pretty sure I think we lost like 15, 20 matches in a row. Honestly.
Oh God, yes.
Every single time, I keep hearing James say, "Okay, guys, like the matchmaking, it's gonna kick in. It's gonna kick in. We're gonna get matched up against," and 10 more matches later, I'm just like, when the hell is this matchmaking gonna kick in? But then we won, like you win one round, and it's like the most satisfying
It's so
thing
gratifying.
ever. And then it's like, and it's like, okay, guys, ready up, and you're like, oh my God, now we gotta do this again.
Yeah.
And so,
Trials is sweaty, man. Trials is sweaty.
oh God.
Oh
It
God.
is a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
And then there's Halo. matchmaking or competitive, and
Fucking
that one
right.
is just as sweaty.
Fucking ranked.
I love it. I love it.
The
Yeah,
Halo version of Trials.
which is funny though, because when I play Halo ranked, I'm a completely different person, and even
Oh,
Manny
yes,
has
you
said
are.
like, "Oh,
Yes,
yeah."
yes, you are.
Again, like it's just so satisfying, when you get those wins, when you get those kills, and then you see yourself ranking up, through platinum or gold, diamond, whatever it is. And so, really quick, just to kind of backtrack a little bit, because I believe that there's something that's been going on lately with Twitch, and it's very interesting to see. Okay, now we talked about Manny, like what she looks for in streamers, what she enjoys, right? And James, I mean, you have a ton of information when it comes to content creation. But let's talk a little bit about other content creators and what they are doing. And I just think it's very interesting. I think we're kind of going into a different type of consumption of content creation. And James, I believe you had mentioned something about this. I don't know if you would like to, delve into it a little bit, and then, see what you have to tell us about it.
Sure, yeah. So looking back, before we get into it, there's always been kind of some trends, some metas, and I noticed in the drama news, live stream fails and different things like that, you sort of start making a block of what this meta was or whatever. Last year, 2021, we had sort of the hot tub meta, and then you had two streamers that were kind of part of that. They were sort of like pushing each other, right? Like who could push the line further. Well, you have those metas, and I noticed when I started streaming 4 years ago, you had like the green screen. Like if you had a green screen set up, you were it. You were going places.
Yeah.
But now it's the box cam and showing off what you have behind you and stuff like that. So we take in metas. That's what we're going to talk about. Now, if you guys know Dr. Disrespect, he has scenes that are animated, and he lives in those scenes. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but you should look him up on YouTube. He acts out every scene. If he's in a car, he's adjusting a mirror that you can't see. He's acting like someone's tailgating him. If he's in the gym, he's talking about the equipment in there. If he's in an elevator, he's acting like he's getting in and out of the elevator and waiting. He lives in that. And those scenes are high quality. They're beautiful. And they're animated, so they're expensive, right? So... Yeah, he puts a lot of work into his stream, right? Well, if you go look on Twitch right now in just chatting section, the new 2020 meta, 2022 meta is what I like to call it, is watching what I think might be either Master Chef or Hell's Kitchen. Other people are watching they're watching Naruto, so it's kind of interesting to see like. You got two sides of the spectrum. Someone that's, putting everything into their content, and the other side, they're just kind of, quote unquote, reacting. So I don't know. What do you guys think of the just chatting section and this new React meta? They had YouTube videos, and they moved to TikTok videos, and now they're just reacting to full-on TV shows.
Annie, would you like to share what you think about this?
I actually haven't. I don't really know who that streamer is. I know you've mentioned him a few times, but I haven't taken the time to go look into it. I do apologize.
Do you know WWE, like wrestling?
Oh yeah, my dad was really big into.
So his personality sort of embodies that. He's not a wrestler, but like he has this personality on stream like that, and it's so entertaining.
Oh, okay. So basically, he's like an entertainer.
100%.
Just streaming.
Yeah, he really is.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I can't really give that much opinion on it because again, I haven't really watched it, but Yeah.
Hmm.
Would you go
I
watch
definitely have
Naruto?
to.
Would you go watch someone watching Naruto?
No, I haven't watched it. I don't actually know what it's about. I mean, I've briefly heard, talk about it, but I don't actually know what it's about. I feel so bad.
No, don't feel bad. You're busy, so we get it. As you mentioned earlier, like on top of being a gamer, you're a mom, right? And you have a job. So, I think anybody else that's going to be listening to this, they're probably going to say, like, how do you not know who Dr. Disrespect is? But,
Yeah,
you but you know what? It happens. But I was going to say, I really think it's interesting because you really wonder how much power that Twitch has, the status Twitch has, how much of that plays into some of these content creators being able to do stuff like this, because for myself as a streamer, and I'm pretty sure James, when we try to play music, we're like, we try to look for music that is copyright free, because we don't want that copyright strike. We see everything that's been going on, right? But you have these big names and they're watching basically TV shows, animes that are copyrighted, but not much is happening, and so it's really interesting, with James talking about the meta, and just what these streamers are doing, and I'm slightly annoyed, just because
little bit
it's yeah, because I'm like, like, okay, I'm gonna play this music, or I found this playlist on Spotify, copyright free, and this and that, stream beats, and I'm like, awesome, I'm good, I'm set. But then you have some of these, just like when you were talking about the hot tubs and stuff like this, kind of pushing the envelope, right? And then it got to the point where, create their own category. Okay, created their own category, that got sorted. But now it's, in the just chat category. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch, this big name streamer react to Naruto, or to what's called Master Chef or Hell's Kitchen. And for me, it's like, dang, like they know that they have that base that no matter what, like once they go live, everybody's gonna go see them. They know that. Where's Twitch in all of this?
I think
so. I think what James mentioned, and I think you said it, it's the wild, wild west of streaming.
Yeah,
that is Twitch.
Very much, 100%. And I think this whole watching anime with the streamer, I think that sort of shows the spirit of Twitch. It answers the question of why. Why would you go watch, do this and that? It requires you to kind of look into it or think about it, but especially during the current, times with COVID and everything, being with people that are like-minded and sharing content, that is such like an emotional healing, mental healing. You feel like you're with your peers, and that's one aspect of live streaming video games, is sort of you can talk about the game while the streamer's doing stuff, and you're part of chat and you feel home in a sense. And I think, sure, you're watching Naruto, or you're watching an anime, you're watching really great content, but I think more so you're with this community that is sharing something that you all enjoy. You can sort of let your guard down as far as like how much you like the show, because no one's going to agree with you about it, because they all like the show, or they all like the game as much as you do. So you don't have to worry about that, sort of, I at work, I work with a bunch of old people. I work with, boring people, and it's like that. I listen to podcasts all day, and I rarely play my Bluetooth speaker. I usually just listen to my earbuds, because I don't want the old guy across the way be like, video games, go outside and touch the grass. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's what this content creation stuff provides, is a place for people like us to not have to shield our, to guard ourselves a little bit. We can
let loose.
Yeah, we can let loose and say, I love freaking playing this game. Like, I have a blast with Destiny. I can't believe there's a game like this, where there's things to do, there's these cool cosmetics. Sure, we want certain things from the game, but man, it is just exciting times are happening in a month, in a month or so, and
Ooh, yeah.
It's like, wow. I'm just so, I don't know, that's why I like hanging around this podcast and stuff, so we can just chat about all the stuff we love.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, no. I never thought about that, actually. That's a really good point, James, because I'm over here all caught up on, I can't believe they're, or they're watching something like that. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to find a playlist. But really, it's all about giving a space where people can go in and you just see the chat interacting with each other, and every now and then the streamer looks at the chat. But I think, it's about having that space where people can go to and they feel comfortable, and they're just, they're with their people, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was a good perspective, James. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem. So we've been talking a lot about the streamer stuff, but Manny, what's this new game that you've been playing? You said you met a friend on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Tell us.
Yeah, so it's not really new. I mean, it came out in December. It's the Aliens Fireteam Elite. Thanks to Game Pass.
Game Pass, best deal in gaming.
Yes, it is. So when I first heard about it, that they were going to be releasing this game, I was like, ooh, yes, I have to try it. Ever since I tried Alien Isolation, I haven't even finished that game. I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to meet the big guys in there, which I'm talking about the Xenos.
Yeah, me neither.
I am nervous. I know the last part that I saw, I briefly saw like a shadow and a tail. I was like, nope, that's it. That's enough Alien for me tonight. But and I'm really big into scary movies and everything. I don't scare easily, but it's just a different thing when you're playing at night and you're playing this game and you're playing by yourself. You're just like, it's good. It gives you that creepy factor. But when I played this game, Aliens Fireteam Elite, a few nights ago, and here I am. I mostly play this game by myself. I played once with Pedro here, and he had a good time. He enjoyed it, but I'm looking for more people to play this game with. So I'm just playing with randoms, and I come across this other gamer named Livid something. I forgot her name, but she sent me this party invite, and immediately, the bad thing about being a female gamer, and I'm sure audience you can agree, when you're a female gamer and you have your mic and you could be talking in game chat, the minute you turn on your mic, the other guys in there like, oh shit, she's a girl, you're a girl, are you a girl? And you're like, yes, I'm a girl, yes I am, relax. And just immediately you start getting
like the seagulls in Finding Nemo, isn't it?
Yes, they're like mine. You just start getting these messages from some weird guys like, oh hey, can you send me nudes, or you got a boyfriend, I can be your boyfriend now, and stuff like that. I've had to block so many people because of that. But when I got that party invite playing this game, I'm immediately thinking like, I'm not joining nobody, I'm good, thank you, I just want to play the game, I just want to relax. So she turned on her mic and she was like, okay, y'all don't want to really, get in my party chat. It's cool. It's fine. And I'm like, wow, she's a girl. She's a female gamer. I hardly come across other fellow female gamers. So I'm over here like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm still on guard because you don't know how that person is, could be kind of weird, could be kind of freaky. So, here I am playing the game. We're finishing the mission and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, well, you know what? She sounds like she's okay. So get my mic, turn on. I'm like, okay, thank you for finishing this mission with me. This is like my third, fourth time trying to beat it because the other 2 times that I played with randoms, the other 2 guys, they left and I was with robots. And then the other time that I played with randoms, we all died. So thank you. Sorry. Thank you for finishing this mission with me. Thank you. And wow, you're a female gamer. And she's like, oh, wow, you're a female gamer too. Cool. I'm going to send you a friend invite if that's okay. I'm like, yeah, sure. So we got into a party chat and we started talking. She is in, I want to say, Oklahoma. Didn't really ask where she was from because, again, we just met that night. But we're talking about gaming. We're talking about how we can hardly find any fellow female gamers on literally any game. And I was like, yeah, and I'm sorry. I don't want to come across as rude, not accepting your party invite. But I have come across so many people on Xbox that, I've had to block so many. And most of them are guys. And I'm over here just trying to do my thing, trying to game, relax, have fun. And try to hopefully come across other fellow gamers that, share the same interests as me and, where we can become friends on Xbox and hopefully game some more together. And she was like, yeah, everybody is weird in their own way, right? I'm like, yeah, but I'm talking about the other type of weird where you get like really weird messages asking for nudes, asking for your phone number, asking for other stuff, your name, if you have a Snapchat and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not, I have a boyfriend, so I don't really need this. I'm not looking for anybody. I just want to game and have fun. That's all I want to do, just game and have fun. And so we kind of related on that note and we started playing some more. And I got a message from another gamer of mine, asking if I needed a third. I was like, yeah, sure. So I invited him to the party chat. They got into talking, about gaming, Apex and Call of Duty and even the Aliens game. And we had a great night. And I was like, this is what I love about video games. You could be gaming with somebody over in Australia. You could be gaming with somebody in England or Mexico or Canada. Anywhere, literally anywhere in the world, India for all I care. And it's great that gaming brings people together from all different cultures, all different races. And I love how it allows you to be close to somebody. Like during the pandemic, during COVID and stuff, where most of us were shut indoors. What else do we have to do? There's only so much TV, so much Netflix we can watch until we go fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Gaming just boomed during that year. Streaming boomed during that year. It got popular. TikTok got popular. So it's great that, gaming allows you to just connect with people that you don't really find yourself connecting with in the real world. And hopefully, gaining new friends. And the funny thing is, I met y'all two online, actually. James, if you remember, we met during a State of Game stream from Division. Yep. Am I right?
I remember.
It was on Mixer, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, and you started talking to me about your Discord group and I should join. I was like, yeah, you seem like a pretty cool guy. Let me join. So I joined and I started talking, and then that's how you and I met, Pedro.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's great that you can make friends via streams. You can make friends via gaming, and hopefully, you know, at some point in your life, you get to actually meet these people in person. I've been blessed to have met Pedro in person, and another fellow friend of ours named Blaze. We have yet to meet you in person, James, and I hope someday we actually do. It would be great.
Yeah, I would be
Pretty sure I'll meet James at some point. He lives closer to me.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was actually going to mention that how it's through gaming that I met you guys. You know, with James. Remember, it was late at night. I think I was going to be spending the night at my parents, and I was looking for Fallout New Vegas streams on Mixer, and that's where I discovered James. And man, that's how it all started. I remember he had, I think he had his Discord thing pop up, and then I followed, and I think it was from that moment on, you know, I never looked back. That's where I met you, Manny, and then from there, that's where I met Blaze, and you know, just last year in August, you know, I finally got to meet you two and Blaze and Manny. And you know, it was awesome. It really was. And I remember telling some of my friends, you know, like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna go to Dallas and meet up with some of my gaming buddies, and they couldn't really understand it. They were just kind of like, really? And I was like, yeah. You know, however though, I mentioned this to some of my other friends that play video games. Their reaction was, you know, they were like, oh, that's awesome, dude. You know, I've yet to meet my gaming crew, you know, and I think that's just something that only we would understand. And, you know, gaming, people that are in gaming would understand, and they would get, you know, the idea of that you get to meet up with your crew, whether it's your fire team, right, or your squad or your clan, whatever you want to call it. The fact that you're able to get to meet with them, when it comes to gaming, it is an awesome moment.
Yeah, once in a lifetime, for sure.
Oh yeah, it really is. And so, because we're kind of getting towards the end of the hour, and so I just wanted to ask you guys, what are you looking forward to in regards to gaming, or in regards to games, future content that's gonna be coming up, and you know, stuff that we're probably gonna end up talking about for the next episode? What are you guys most excited for?
What I'm interested on, looking forward to, is Hellblade 2. I started playing Hellblade a few months ago, and I kind of have to go back into it, but I kind of got stuck in the beginning because I think I did something wrong, but I have to figure it out. But the graphics are amazing. It really, really is. If y'all, the audience, haven't seen Hellblade 2, the trailer, watch it now, because oh my god, the gameplay trailer is amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, just wow. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. God, let me actually look, because that's one thing that I actually don't.
All right, so while you look that up, yeah, no, Hellblade 2, I've yet to play it, and I think it made it kind of like a splat, like it made it made a lot of noise when it came to Xbox, because I think at that time Xbox was going through this whole thing where people were like, oh, they don't have first-party games, they don't have enough first-party games, all you have is Gears, Halo, and Forza, what else? And then Hellblade came along, and they were like, oh, okay. And yeah, the Hellblade 2 trailer and the actual gameplay, oh my god, that is man, I was blown away. I really was.
Okay,
Manny,
so
were you able to find the date?
yeah, it looks like there's talks about being released later this year, later 2022. They're looking towards a holiday release of the game. So yeah, and it's possible that it might be released in 2023. So it's still kind of up in the air, but yeah, I'm all down for them to take their time time and kind of perfect the game, if you will, as much as they can, because we all remember Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I think you mentioning that, you really see the difference between Cyberpunk, not delaying their release, and then, for example, Halo, they delayed their release, and I am so thankful that Halo delayed the release.
Yes. Because right when Cyberpunk was released, they just kept on talking about it, kept on hyping you up and stuff, showing the trailer and whatnot, and then oh, guess what? We're gonna have to push it back and whatever. I'm like, okay, well, that's the first pushback. Kept on talking more about the game, kept on talking about the release. Gets closer to the release date, oh, we're gonna have to push it back again. It's just at every single pushback, the anticipation of the release just got less and less. For me personally, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. By the second pushback, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Either it's gonna be a great game to look forward to, or it's gonna be a fucking flop. And when I downloaded it, played it for a bit, for me personally, it was a flop. Right along the lines of Anthem. Sorry, I said it, but I'm not a fan of Anthem.
No?
Not a fan. So, thankfully...
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, thankfully, when Halo Infinite, did the whole decision of pushing back the release date, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for them to take the time to actually listen to their audience, listen to what they're looking forward to, what they would love to have in the upcoming game, and kind of just put all that into it. And once it got released, the multiplayer, the beta, it was great. And then when they finally released the campaign, holy crap, I haven't even finished the campaign yet. Not that I'm not gonna ever not finish it. I'm just taking my time, because I'm not one of those gamers that gets into a game and has to finish it that one fucking night. I'm not one of those people. I have to enjoy the game for a while. I have to stretch it out as much as I can. And I'm also not one of those gamers that, goes into it like legendary mode or heroic or, the really brutal mode in gaming the game. I want to go casually into it, and if I die, okay, if I die, that's fine. I come back and stuff, and I get to kill some people. I don't want to go into heroic and be they're breathing on me, or they blink towards my direction and I fucking die. That's not enjoyable to me. Did the same thing with Resident Evil Village, another great game. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. It's great. I really want to go back and try a harder level now that I finished the kind of easy level. I want to go back and try the harder level. But those werewolves, they're scary. They are scary. And then the Lady D that everybody was fantasizing over. She is great. She is great. I love her. Love her costume and everything, but I was kind of bummed that she didn't really get that much of a chance to be in the game longer. They were talking more about her, showing, all the video footage of her and a little bit of the gameplay of her, but when you start playing the game, you only see her for bits and pieces of it, and then when she's kind of stalking you throughout the whole castle, and then finally to the part where you have to kill her, and then that's it. That's the only part that you see her. I wish she would have had a bigger role, but it is what it is.
Okay. I think we can definitely talk more about characters that we have encountered in different games, and how we had hoped they had a bigger role, but I'm pretty sure we can talk about that in a different episode. So basically, you're excited for Hellblade 2.
Hellblade 2 and State of Decay 3, which I didn't really get that much to talk about, but we'll talk about that in the next episode.
Okay. All right. And James?
Just the Witch Queen Destiny expansion. I played Super People, and I died a lot, and I realized, you know what? I'm really happy with Halo and Destiny. And Destiny's about to drop some major new stuff. I mean, we're getting weapon crafting. A subclass is gonna get reworked. So it's gonna be an exciting time, exciting year for Destiny. I'm just super excited for that. Outside of that, I feel bad that I don't know what else is coming out. I know that the next this coming spring is gonna be a pretty busy one, or at least starting in February. Things are gonna get really busy, but I don't really know what's coming out. I don't know why. I listen to game stuff all the time. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
I believe, because I know for February there's some content coming out. Man, I'm trying to remember, because they were saying like, oh, Destiny 2 is gonna have to compete against these two other games that are gonna be coming out in February.
Returnal, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Returnal, and I don't know the name of the other one. But no, yeah. I think to piggyback off of that, I am really excited for the Witch Queen, for that expansion. I know that I went for a while not playing Destiny 2, and now all of a sudden, that's all I'm playing. Either it's Destiny 2 or Halo. You know, so. However, to add another game to that list, and one I am excited for, and it's not going to be till November though, is Starfield.
Oh yeah, jeez.
Starfield.
Haven't heard
heard
it's
of
coming out this year.
Supposedly it's coming out on November 11th.
Oh, okay.
And basically, if you guys have ever played Skyrim, according to the game director, Todd Howard, he says that Starfield is basically Skyrim in space.
Ooh.
So, yeah. And however, though, the only thing I'm concerned about, you know, when it comes to Bethesda and their games, they're always a buggy mess when they release them. However, though, I think, like, for some reason, when it comes to Bethesda and they do stuff like that, we're okay with it compared to other studios. You know, but I'm pretty sure that's something we can also talk about in a different episode. But anyways, I think we have reached the conclusion of our podcast, unless any of you guys have something else you'd like to add.
No, I'm good.
You're good, Manny?
Okay. What I was gonna say, because I didn't quite mention what I was gonna bring to this podcast.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm technically gonna be the wild card. You don't really know what I'm gonna bring to the podcast until I actually talk about it. I improvise with my conversations in this podcast, in case you haven't noticed already. But I could be talking about, you know, an upcoming game that I want to play that I'm really excited for. Or I could be talking about, you know, a game experience that I've had recently, either dying in Trials or just dying in general in Destiny, or even Back 4 Blood. I play some ESO. I don't really know much else to do in ESO, but I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Halo Infinite, again, I have yet to complete the campaign, so there we go. Just, you know, other things that I can think about talking about. I'm going to be the wild card in the podcast.
Okay, and I gotta say, I really admire your improvisation skills.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, well, with that, we have reached the conclusion of our first episode. I want to thank Manny and James for making this possible. And to everyone else listening, thank you guys so much for spending your time with us. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
And turn on... Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
And so, yes, and thanks on my behalf as well. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you can keep up with our episodes. And with that, we bid you all a farewell. Night, everybody.
Night, y'all.